Yo, 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 fam, what's good? Yo, we are back. I'm back. You're back. We are back. As always, hope you and your family, friends, loved ones, everybody's doing well on this Friday. As I am always grateful just to see another day. Always remember that the sun is shining even above the clouds, even above the darkest of clouds in the sky. There's always hope for a better, peaceful day in life. But we're back with another stream to talk and go over our picks for today's slate during this holiday Friday. I currently only have some picks in for the first game, which is 11:05 a.m., which is literally not that far away from starting. I'm kind of up in the air about Abreu on taking him for total bases. I really want to. He's in the pitcher's weak spot for the day. He's actually the best batter as far as the pitcher's weak spot is concerned on taking him for a home run or two, because he just might go for 2 home runs today. That is something else that popped up into my head. But at the same time, James Wood finally cashed greatly yesterday for a lot of people. He came through with a home run. He came through with, as far as HRRs, with 10 of those. He hadn't done that since the 23rd against San Diego on the road. But he was due for a home run, and he finally got a chance to get that off his chest. And he had 8 total bases. First time over the last 10 games. Now let's double check over the last 20. Last time he did 8, which was way back here at the beginning of June. Maybe June. Maybe June. Yeah. No. Sorry. It was like past mid-June of last month. So he cashed greatly. So I'm going to be looking to push for some total base picks, roughly 3 legs for the later games. I'm going to look to push for a play of the day. I kind of have an idea of what player I want to take for today's slate. And of course, we're still going to push for some more HRRs today. Like I said, I did not post these on Twitter. I have over on FanDuel a 4-leg parlay for these 4 batters to get HRRs, 2 of them actually. And I basically took these batters in the pitcher's weak spot for the first game. I took all 4 of them because both Lucas and Michael, their weak spots are the 4th and 5th batters for both sides of the mound for both teams. And I took Nathan Lowe, Josh Bell, Carlos, and Abreu and put them all on one ticket to get 2 HRRs. Again, this is over on FanDuel, plus 916. I've just put it all in to get $10 back. So hopefully that one cashes. And then these other ones are over on DraftKings, basically 2 parlays, 3 legs each, plus 3,000 for the one, plus 3,300 for the other. So the first ticket is 4 HRRs each. Nathaniel Lowe, CJ Abrams, and James Wood to get 4 HRRs. Put it all down to get back $31. And the other one, same thing, 3 leg, 4 HRRs each. Toro, Story, and Narvaez to get 4 plus HRRs. Another $1 down to get a little bit of change to get back $35. So hopefully this cashes. That's pretty much that. But like I said, per the weak spot, Abreu is the one that's like looking the best. He has a 333 batting average. I always see that number every day, 333, with a 334 ISO. As I always say, ISO is what I look for when I'm taking my total bases, my HRRs, and every so often I may, like I said, like, you know what, let me put, because yesterday Springer was my best bet that I should have literally put him down for 2 home runs, because I was trying to figure out who I wanted to put down for 2 home runs, and I believe he's the only batter from yesterday, from last night, that had 2 home runs in the Toronto game. That game like lasted like forever. It was a great game though, and congratulations to the Blue Jays for getting the win at home in a 8-5 victory against the Yankees. So that is that one. So with that, no other. No. From what Outlier showed, Cincinnati's batting order had come up with their confirmed lineup. I'm sorry, Philly came up with their lineup here. So, and as we look at the Abbott's weak spot, his top three is batting first, batting fifth, and batting eighth, with Turner being the best weak spot, where Abbott is allowing 236 ISO, and Turner is sitting at a 305 batting average when he bats first, with a 172 172 ISO with a 477 slug. Nick Castellanos is still at a decent spot as well, batting fifth today with a 301 batting average, 175 ISO. And then Sosa, 250 batting average, 188 ISO. So these are the three spots that possibly could be going yard today, possibly getting 4 to 5 HRRs today. Let's look at Turner real quick. I did look at him a little bit because, again, like I said, I'm going to be looking to push for some total bases as well moving forward, because those are still cashing. If you really looked at a lot of the games yesterday and last night, a lot of batters had like 6 to 8 total bases last night. If I had taken the few, I had Wood for 4 HRRs, I had Springer for 4 HRRs, I had Barger for 4 HRRs. Had I put just those three on the ticket for, say, 5 or 6 total bases, that would have been a lot of money in my pocket. If I even just put like them on a 3-leg and put just $10 down, I would be walking away with thousands of dollars right now. I would have woken up today, because I woke up at 4:30 this morning. I've been up ever since. That's what I woken up to. But it just, those three batters just felt really good about my pick, as far as my picks were concerned. So I was just like, okay, all right, I could have won some real money last night. Let's look at Nick here. He's actually green against left-handed pitchers, which he's going against Andrew here. He's been getting under the ball more lately over the last 2 weeks at least, or week and a half, or maybe 2.5 against lefties. Let's look at his pitch mix here. Now it looks like he's mostly green, right? At home, he's batting really well with a batting average of 306 and 513 slug. But he's struggling. He only has 1 hit in the month of July so far out of 7 at-bats. But Fridays, he bats really well with a 304 average, with a 587 slug. Versus lefties, like we mentioned, he does bat well. 295 average, 421 slug, decent slug. And then batting fifth, really great batting average, 301 with a good enough slug at 475. But again, he more recently, over the last roughly 2.5 weeks, he's been against lefties. He's been getting under the ball. He did get a double. So I'm just not sure if Abbott is going to be, throwing, because he's basically on a trend right now where every other game he's not allowing so many hits. So we're at the spot where he's pitching today and he could be not allowing 5 hits or 6. Well, per his projection, it's supposed to be 6. He probably may not allow 6 hits today. He's playing against a Philly offense that just hasn't been very offensive at all. Let me pull up their schedule here. Yeah, so So like the last 5 games, they had five. They had 5 runs, 4 runs, 4 runs. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 2 runs, 4, and then 1 run. So the last 5 games, they only hit 5 or more runs, or you could even say 4 more runs 2 times. Oh no, well 3. So they're 3-2. So that's that. But even prior to that, even like the last 10 games. Let's see, 6, 8, 10. Okay. So so yeah, they haven't scored that many runs over even the last 10 games. I think it was like 4 times over the last 10. So like they're like 4-6. So that's what I'm saying. They may or may not do anything. Since his spot has been confirmed, let's look at. Well, actually, let me post this real quick. I was supposed to post this on Twitter. There we go. Boom, bam, bang. Oops. What the? There we go. Don't know why that did that. Sorry, I'm posting this pic in my betting group on social media. Okay, that's weird. I bet. Okay, so let's see who's batting what order for, because they don't have it here on Prop Finder currently. All right, so Friedel's batting first, McLean's second, he's DHing. Dela Cruz third, Hayes fourth, Steer fifth, Stevenson sixth, Marte seventh, Hines eighth, and Espinal ninth. All right, so per Jesus's weak spot, he's allowed literally all 7 home runs against righties. Let me see. So per this ISO, the best spot will be 7th, which is Hines. But he's 0-4 at the 8th spot. Well, he hit 4 total bases once. I guess I'm looking at both sides of the thing. He just sucks. Look at that red, son. But you never know. He might actually go out here and hit a home run, though. You never know. Look at Dela. Dela basically is due to go yard. It could go today. Maybe. He's struggling in the month of July with 1 hit. 50-50 on Fridays. 50-50 against lefties. But he's good batting third, though. 275 average, 494 ISO. he is. Let's look at the home here. I know I put you down one time for, I think it was like total bases or something, and you did not get it. He seems more good to get total bases though. He only got under the ball once over the last week, it looks like. Yeah. He hasn't done anything since the beginning of June. Same thing. Let me see. Somebody put out a 5-leg. PCA, Soto, Buxton, Seager, and Acuna Jr. They trying to get it. You see, Fridays he's batting 50-50 versus lefties. He's in the red, but batting first he's fairly decent. Now he's green against Jesus. He has two. He's gone yard on it against him twice. What you trying to tell me, Austin? More recently, you got under the ball. Oh, he's batting really well during the day and away. Another one. Since he's been struggling to do anything. Fridays he bats really well, like really great, like seriously. And against lefties, he's doing this thing. And batting fourth, he does really well too. Man. He's hit 4 more HRRs 3 times over the last 10 games. But again, now we're in July. He's pretty much, since he has been struggling to find the ball. Okay, so Jesus is allowing hits. Like, he's allowing hits. But at the same time, he's still striking batters out. That's the only thing. Since he's ranked 7th in strikeouts, though. But Jesus struggles against lefties. And there were a lot of righties. See, he does well against righties, except for the ISO. No, his hard hit is 40 though. So I'm just curious. I'm wondering if I should even attempt to take one player for, like, say 4+ HRs today for this game, at least for Cincy, and then maybe do look at Bomb here. He's green too. He just doesn't have. He hasn't hit a home run off of Andrew. Okay, he's 2 for 4 for the month so far. Red on Fridays though. Fairly decent against lefties. Struggles batting 4th though. Bad. No. Bryce has returned, but he hasn't been able to find the ball yet. He may not do anything. I don't know. We're gonna move on. Next game. So, Cubs game. So originally, I was gonna go with Kyle to be my play of the day originally. He also does really well against Miles. He does really well all across the board versus lefty righty pitchers and the bullpen. He's mostly green against the pitch mix. He has been getting under the ball more recently. And he's 50-50 during the day. At home, he does, fairly well, but he's struggling in the month of July with only 2 hits and at 11 at bats. But he does well on Fridays. Really well against righties. But there's no batting order confirmed yet for the game. I'm guessing he's going to bat second. I'm guessing he's going to bat second. He may bat third. Either way, both spots are comfortable spots for him. The only thing that kind of threw me off as far as taking Kyle for the play of the day was because of because he's struggling to get under the ball over the last 11 at bats. I even considered putting him down for total bases because he's gotten, because I want to be real aggressive. I want to take like 2 or 3 batters and put him down on a parlay for like 5 total bases, just being honest. Suzuki let me down. I actually had a 5-leg ticket from last night. I put it in late. Where are we? I had him on another ticket for 4 HRRs. He couldn't even do that. He only had 1 hit. Something told me to pick a different game, and I didn't. Had I did it for like the San Fran game or something, I would have cashed. I thought I grabbed it, but I didn't. Let me log back in. So everything hit except for Suzuki. I would have won. I would have turned $1 into $15. Where are we? Here it is. It was a 5-leg parlay plus 1447 on DraftKings. I had Cole Keith, Springer, Pete Alonso, Adele, and Suzuki. Now, Pete had me a little worried because he was struggling for most of the game. And I think by his 4th at bat, he got a hit as well as an RBI. Like he batted and he got a hit. I think it was a single or something, double or something like that, and he was able to get a run in. So that cashed late because originally I was like, oh well, Pete's gonna let me down. Suzuki had the 1 hit, and I was kind of waiting. I kind of felt like he was gonna get it, and I felt like Pete was gonna be the one to let me down, but it wasn't. It was actually Suzuki. So I had looked at Quan too for this game here, and I went with Suzuki instead. Quan had 2 hits, so that would have been another part of the pick, at least for the specific game I'm talking about. That would have cashed for me, but what can you do? So yeah, I kind of feel like Suzuki's probably gonna get 4 HRRs today, 4 or 5 total bases type of thing. I kind of have that feeling, just being honest, because he didn't do anything yesterday. Again, look at the metrics for his stuff. Okay, Chicago just got confirmed, so let's what you call it here. Thank you, Profit. Come on. I want to see what the lineup is, because this may play a role in me taking Tucker for my because like I said, originally it was Tucker. I also considered Bush for the play of the day as well. Let me see if I can maybe speed it up. I got a notification on my phone like, yo, the Jays are fun again. They definitely handled business. Come on. Work it out. Okay. There we are. All right. St. Louis got confirmed. All right. Let's see. Alec, he's batting third. And look at that. 278. 258. Let's look at, let me see. So let's look at Alec here. So he doesn't have any HRR info. That sucks. He's 0-4 against Colin. But he does well against right-handed pitchers outside of his ISO being low. He has been getting under the ball lately against righties, which is great. He cashed for me a few times, or a couple of times at least. Glad that I decided to start taking him. But he's struggling in July. That's probably why his ISO is low. Fridays he does really well, like really great. Righties, great average. Good enough slug. But he struggles 50-50 ISO. I mean 50-50 batting third. So his best spot when he's batting is seventh. Okay. So Miles. He's every other game. So per trend, since he's every other game, today may be a day he allows 6 runs or more. I mean six hits or more. All right, you sir, Mr. Miles. Your highest ISO is second. Kyle is batting second. 225. But PCA has the highest ISO at 303, batting fourth. He allows a 250, 313. And then Swanson, I looked at Swanson too. Let me look at Kyle again. Because the play of the day was going to be for Kyle to get 4 HRRs today. But again, this is the reason why I was like, oh, he might not do anything. But then again, he may do something. He may get 4 or 5 HRRs. He may get... so he's had 2 games over the last 10 games where he's had 5 or more total bases as well. Let's look at Pete here. Okay, so he had 1 game in the last 20 of getting 5 or more total bases. But he's doing really great against Miles. He's doing good in this month. Bats really well on Fridays. Really well against righties. He's 50-50 against batting fourth though. He does better batting seventh. Another one who bats really well against Miles. He's struggling on Fridays though. 50-50 batting fifth. I really just had a thought to put, let me see. Let me see. Pulling up DraftKings. I want to see what PCA's. Okay, that game just started. Let me see. Somebody got on base. Okay, Roman Anthony got on base. Let's see what Toro's up. He's up, so let's see what he might do. But let me continue doing what I was doing here. So PCA home runs 2. He doesn't have the highest. He has like the second highest. Or second lowest, excuse me. PC has the second lowest with plus 2,500 for him to get 2 home runs. Just something that popped in my head. So for him, I would probably more than likely put him down for 4 total bases. I mean, 4 HRRs. Can maybe get away with 4 total bases as well. Let me see. So 4 total bases for PCA is what? It's plus 245. While his HRR is plus 215. That's the lowest. What I could do is parlay maybe Tucker, because let's look at Bush real quick. He just doesn't have any info here as far as HRRs are concerned. He struggles against Miles though. Even though he bats really, really well against right-handed pitchers. During the day, he bats really well. Month of July, he's 50-50. Fridays, he's batting well. Versus righties, really, really well. Batting 6, he bats really well. So that's what I'm saying. I'm may just do a parlay of PCA because technically they both have the best ISO, the best. Well, they don't have the no. Tucker and Horner have the best batting average. But they do have the best slug, though, 500 and higher. Okay, Toto got a hit. I just need 3 more from him. Navarez, he struck out. All right, let's see what Abreu does in his first at bat. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of parlaying Tucker and PCA together. Oh, what happened? Why did it disappear? So even if I'm safe, I can do a 2-leg 3+ HRR. PCA is plus 115, Tucker's is plus 120. And if I'm feeling real froggy, I can do the 4. PCA is 205. Tucker is plus 215. That's a 500. And if I'm feeling really froggy, put them down for 5. For 5 each. Put that dollar down, will give me back 10. So it's just something that I'm kind of thinking about here. I guess Abreu must have struck out. Could be wrong. Okay, he's still up. So if anything for the pick, I'll probably maybe possibly just do this parlay. Okay, Abreu grounded out. All right. This game because I might do a 2-leg parlay of a home run with these two on it. Okay, Mets and Twins just they're bad. They're what the heck? Their lineup just got confirmed. Pop here. Come here. So interesting, the prop finder updated on my phone. Okay, there's that one. Maybe look at the Mets here. That one did not. Let me refresh. Maybe it will do that because I want to see about Pete. Interesting. Okay, never mind. There it goes. Never mind. Let me do that. So I'm also waiting to see about Tampa's as well. It's a little like Lanark was in the weak spot. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. So Juan is in the weak spot. Looks like he's the best weak spot, actually. He had 3 games, but it was earlier in the back end of these last 10 games where he had 4 more total bases. HRR wise, he's only had 2 games where he's had 4 more total bases. He's green against Marcus. He's gone yard 1 time against him. Looks like he's 60-40 to the pitch mix. He's got under the ball more recently over the last week. He does really well on Fridays. 50-50 against righties. And he does well at batting third. Oh, he had 2 singles last night. Word. No info. Could these cats get to him? Could this be a high? This could technically probably be a high-scoring game today. You may want to consider taking the over in this game. New York versus New York. Let's see, Torrens. New York versus New York. Oh shoot. Who's this Ronnie? Who's Ronnie? He went yard a while ago. And that one time he went yard, that was on the 25th. He had 6 HRRs and 6 total bases. Okay. He does well during the day. Struggling on Fridays. He does well against righties. Struggling against batting 8th. You never know. He might actually go yard. Because he's in a weak spot. Okay. So Byron, you might be due, sir. He does well on Fridays versus righties as well, and batting first. Okay, he did face off against him back on the 5th of the month. I mean, back in April, basically the end of the month. He's been getting strikeouts. But for the most part, he's been allowing hits 7 and 3 the last 10. Let me see the narc here. He's 1 and 7 against Zach. He's been struggling to find. He's been angling the ball, but not really pushing it where he would need to go. So he's green, what, Fridays? Home games, Fridays. He's struggling in the month so far with only 2 hits in 12 at-bats. Versus righties and batting third. Look at that 4-4-4 seat every day. So no. He has a 3.33 and a 4.44 slug. 3.33 batting average, 4.44 slugs. So, Oh, we got more. I didn't see this cast down bottom. Oh, Ty France. He's 0 and 8 for the month. Okay, so he's green on Fridays and green on batting 8th. He just hasn't hit a home run in this spot. Or 6th or 7th either. But you never know. Today might be the day. Today might be the day. Okay. Still want to look at Let's still look at him anyway. Okay, he's had 2 games where he's had 4 more HRRs over the last 10. He's green against the pitch mix for the most part. Let's see what B-Low's gonna do today. 50-50 on July. He only has 2 hits for the month so far. Fridays he's good. Versus righties he's good. We just don't have a... I'm gonna guess and say he bats second. That's what I'm gonna guess and say. He's still good when he's bat second. Junior. He does really well against Chris. Shoot, you might do some damage today, sir. But he is struggling on Fridays. He does well batting third, though. Let me look at, forgot to look at Chris here. More recently, he's been allowing hits. Last 5. The hard is 53%. I forgot. Let me see. Okay, he does really well against righties, and then Junior, same thing. Ronda's doing really well against righties with a batting average 3.21. He's just 0-2 against Chris. I kind of have a feeling, son. Tampa might wake up because they've been struggling these first few games walking into July here. So he's allowed 1 home run, a double, a single, a home run over just the course of the last week, and another single. Yeah, just over the course of the last week. So he's been allowing batters to really get under his pitches. So now the last time I took a Ronda down, he did not come through. I think he came through, I think it was here. It might have been the 28th. It was one of these 2 games where he did come through for me. I was like, cool, great. We'll see. Because I'm thinking about something for the Rays. Maybe still putting Buxton down. Because you just don't know. Oh yeah, Bailey's pitching for my Pirates. Okay. So Polanco went yard yesterday. I randomly came across something on social media. Somebody had a 3-leg parlay home run, and they just needed Polanco to come through, and he did. I didn't even look at his stuff until earlier this morning when I woke up at 4:30, and I was looking on my phone, and I was like, oh, did that cash? And I went and looked at the game, and I was like, oh, he did hit a home run. I was like, let me look at his stuff, because I didn't even look his way. And yeah, he was pretty much yeah, when you look at even like he was 3 for 10, so he was still green. Thursdays he was really green, and pretty much green. Okay, I think it was face off against a righty. And I can't remember where he was batting. I think it was 6. So yeah, he was green. So it was just he was in the weak spot too. So he went yard. Just like, man, somebody. I think they won like 1,200. I think it was like 1,200. I can't remember. Just like, man. So I'm looking at him now and I'm like, do I want to see if he'll come through for another like 4 HRRs today against Bailey? And he had, look at that, he had 8 total bases. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to be on some total bases now. We'll go back to him because I was focused on him in a couple of months back. Nothing was really working, trial and error and stuff, and then I was like, all right, let me switch it up and started working on my HR stuff, and the HR stuff is proving to be a lane for me, but total bases are still something that I'm looking to hone as well. Okay. Let me look up the oh. Okay, Doran has 2 HRRs. Dang, Rafala got he was on the thing, and I don't think I put him down on my. I was going to, I think, and then I did something different. So Rafala has 3 HRRs already. Yeah, that's right. I did look at forgot about that. I screenshotted this pick that I'm considering taking. It's a very aggressive HRR, 3-leg, 5+ HRRs each. It's for Brandon Lowe, Machado, and Green. But I'm kind of up in the air about Machado, though. Because he's facing off against Kumar here, who more recently hasn't allowed a lot of hits. He's more recently been striking batters out. He struggles against righties, though, which Machado is a righty. He's only had one game he had 4 more total bases. One game he had 4 more HRRs over the last 10. He's green against the pitch mix for the most part. Now, not games he's doing well. But the month of July, he's struggling with the 1 hit. Fridays, he's 50-50. But he does well enough against righties. I just don't know what spot he's batting at. I'm going to guess and say he bats 3rd. As usual, because it's the highest number of at-bats that he has. But he still bats well at that spot. So I'm just like, maybe he'll handle business today. Maybe. Ooh. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, Luis does well at night and at home. He's just struggling month 50-50 on Fridays. Does well enough against righties. He usually bats second, which he does well enough. It's like, I don't know about that one. So let's see. So Randy more recently allowed back-to-back games of 5 hits or more. But if it's a trend where he did a back-to-back game, the third game, kind of like here, every 3 games he, I guess, or excuse me, after every 2 games that he's allowed 5 or more hits, he doesn't allow so many hits. No, he's playing against San Diego, who, I don't know, they've been up and down. Look at that. We saw this yesterday during last night's stream. There were a few batters who had the same number of batting average and slug. Finally come across one. It's Josh. He does well on Fridays. Well against righties. So he usually bats first, which he does well. So, but he's a lefty. All right, let's look at Corey here. Your boy's been on a tear. With a lot of home runs. So let's see. Look at that, man. Just a beautiful. He's been a beautiful HRR hitter. He's had 4 games, last 10. July. Okay, versus righties he does well. Interesting. When the team is ahead, he bats really well. Interesting. So he usually bats third and then he bats second. The question is he batting second today? That's the question. So you went yard this day, I remember, because I looked at you and I was like, nah, I'm not going to put you down. And you even had 5 total bases that game. You had 4 the next game. Look at that, 6 and 8, son. You doing it. You were on one. You were a legend for 2 games out of the last 10. Technically, well, he had 3 games. So month of July, he's doing really well. He's struggling on Fridays, though. 50-50 against righties. He usually bats 4th, looks like. And he's struggling. He's got 4 games. Handling business, son. He's doing good, but even with the 2 hits. But he's struggling against righties and on Fridays. When he's batting 4th, he does well. When he's batting 6th and 8th, he does well. The question is he not batting 5th? Because that's where he's struggling the most. That is the question at hand. All right, Toronto. No info as far as a pitcher for the A's currently. Well, hold on. Because I think there is... So for the A's, oh yeah, that's right. Hendricks is pitching for the A's. I don't know why that just hasn't updated. Because he has a 4.66 ERA, 5-6 record. Because I was considering going back to Springer and Barger. Because so Hendricks is a righty. Okay, Bichette bats good against righties. Springer, because dude came through. He had basically had 4 home runs over the last 5 games. It's wild, son. He did this thing. Like, I'm mad because I really should have taken both Barger and Springer for 5 total bases last night, and Wood, to be honest. If I put all of them down on ticket, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful casher for me. Look at that. He's been handling business. Every time he's gotten 4 the HRs, he's getting 4 or more. Just beautiful. That's what I'm saying. I'm really considering taking him again. Look at that month of July. He is doing his thing. Fridays, doing his thing. So he usually bats 4th. Now if he bats 5th, that'll be great, because he does well batting 5th. Let's look at Barger. Because again, he went yard. Yesterday just was a great day. It really was. I don't know why they haven't updated for Hendricks stuff yet. Look at that, another batter. Beautiful. That's why today I was considering just putting the pick in like I was should have for both batters to get 5 total bases. I'm really considering just doing that parlay. Let me relog back in the DraftKings. So I'm kind of glad that I currently didn't put Wood down for so he got walked. So we'll see what happens with that, but because I was thinking about taking Wood in a straight up pick for because he was a plus 750 for I think it was like 6 total bases, and I was like, nah, because that number is just super high. So Toronto, where are y'all? Here we go. So if I put Barger and Springer down like how I should have done last night for 5 total bases each, it's a plus 3,200 on DraftKings. If I'm feeling real froggy and put them down how they did yesterday for 6 total bases was the highest one. It's a plus 8,000. So those are the type of tickets that I want to do. I just need this to be updated so I can be able to see what's what. But this game doesn't come on until 7 o'clock tonight. Because if I do put it in, I'm probably going to post it on my Twitter. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, Slade is pitching. Slade's been struggling more recently to not allow hits, but he's also still been striking cats out. So, Green is like green, right? So, I am also considering putting him down for total bases and HRRs today. So he's green, right? Look at this, away 309, 617, night 330, 670. But the month of July he's struggling, but his slug is high, 727. Fridays, super green, 353 batting average, 902 slug. Right versus righties, super green. I'm gonna guess he's gonna bat either third or fourth. So per the data, he wouldn't be in either spot. He wouldn't be in the weak spot. Fifth is currently the weak spot. Yeah, Perez he was third yesterday. And the day before that, he was... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Let me go back. So Torgerson was fifth, which he DH'd. He hit the home run on the third yesterday. Green was fifth 2 days ago. The first was postponed. They didn't play the 30th. They did play the 29th. Green batted fifth. He went yard. But he did not have 4 plus HRRs. Yo, Will, what's good, legend? How are you? Let me see. Looking at. So then the 28th, he batted 5th, DHing, and he went yard. He actually had 5 HRRs that game, maybe 6. Let me double check that. So that's what I'm saying. Green is more than likely if he is batting 5th, I'm probably more than likely going to put him down for an aggressive 5 plus HRRs, and then look to parlay him on another ticket for total bases for roughly 5. Just push for that, and like I said, parlay him with somebody else. The other player that I would probably possibly parlay him with, let me relook at Goodman. Because I forgot to mention that Goodman is another player that I'm considering taking him for my play of the day for 4 HRRs. Now he's 0-1 against Hauser with 3 pitches being thrown to him. He's still green against the pitch mix for most of that. Green at home, green at night, like super green at night. 3.28 batting average, 6.27 slug. Like, he has a great slug, but he's just under being green for the month of July because he only has 2 hits across 8 at bats. Fairly well on Fridays. Getting great versus righties. The question is he batting 3rd or 4th? Because those are the most spots that he usually bats at. Either way, he has more home runs batting 3rd. He has the same amount of RBIs. Roughly the same amount of times he's been walked. Basically roughly the same amount. Well, no, he struck out more. Batting 3rd. But he wouldn't be in the weak spot if he bats 3rd. But he would be if he's batting 4th. So it all depends. So if he gets confirmed to bat 4th, then I will probably parlay Green and Goodman. More than likely, I will probably do that. If Green is batting 5th and Goodman is batting 4th, that will probably be the parlay for Green and Goodman, 4 plus HRRs, and I'll probably even do the aggressive one to put him on a separate ticket for 5 total bases for a 2-leg. I kind of want to look at the let me see. Let's see if I would have put Green down for 5 total bases, 475. And then Goodman for 5 total bases. His is plus 400. That's a plus 227. If I really want to be really aggressive and say, you know what, let me put him down for 6. Let me see what that is. Because Green's was... Look at Green again. So Green is sitting at plus 900. for 6 total bases, and then Goodman is a plus 700. Interesting enough, they give Goodman 7 total bases, which is a plus 1200. But again, the plus 6 is 700, plus 700 for him to get 6 total bases for Goodman. You parlay those two together as a plus 7,900. And of course, you put like if I was feeling froggy, I'd put the dollar down, or even maybe $2 to get back $1.60. Could do that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at for those two players. But again, my play of the day is more than likely gonna be Goodman, because again, I was considering Kyle Tucker, but I'm a little nervous with that with him only having 2 hits, and he's been struggling this month. The other batter that I've been looking for 4 HRRs, of course, is the homie Kyle Stowers here, because he's been knocking it out of the park with basically averaging. Well, he's averaging 3 HRRs, but when you really look at it, he has 5 over the last 10. So he's 50-50 currently. He's green, super green, basically, for the most part, against the pitch mix. And when you look at his splits, at home, green, night, green, July, super green, 364 average, 909 slug with 4 hits in total. On Fridays, green, versus righties, green, 272 batting average, 545 slug. But the question is, where is he batting tonight? If he bats 5th, another spot to probably, maybe, possibly even get more aggressive and maybe do green, maybe do so green. Oh, hold on one moment. So I guess that really works out, because my barber's here to cut my hair. So final slot, final pick, possible pick, Green, Goodman, and Stowers. All 3 of them, 3-leg parlay, 5 total bases. That's what I'm strongly leaning towards. But again, it will depend on if all 5 of these batters will be slotted in the weak spot position. If they are, I will definitely put that in. So, yeah, but I gotta roll. I gotta go. I'll holler at y'all later. Will, thanks for stopping by. Fam, thanks for stopping by. I'll holler at y'all later. Stay safe, stay humble. Peace.